Surprise, guys. We are live 13 minutes early. It's crazy, I know.
See, it makes up for all the times we've been late.
And the times that we just straight up skipped shows.
This makes it all right?
Yeah.
13
So
minutes.
the reason why we're starting off a little bit earlier is Dyer and I were just having a very heated conversation, and we got about 3 minutes into it, and we're like, why don't we do this on air for you guys? So I'll rewind a little bit and we'll get back on track here. So we were discussing in the general realm of the Democrats have been continuously fantasizing about using the military to take Trump out of office if necessary. Biden has said that openly that he would be considering a military option if Trump didn't want to leave the White House. The Democrats are talking about that during their little war game thing that they had a few weeks ago, and then there's just been like the general noise of them fantasizing about doing that. So last night during the Democrat convention, which is going on all week, what a joy, the delegates from American Samoa, while they were the DNC has been all like webcam stuff. So the delegates from American Samoa, like live broadcast, Zoom broadcast, or whatever from American Samoa, were saying who they were giving their delegates to, which was Biden, obviously. But while the delegates were talking and doing their little ritual thing that they all do, they were flanked by two in uniform, in an active duty uniform, Army soldiers were behind them. And I saw that and immediately screenshot that and sent that to Dyer. And I was like, whoa. Dyer, would you like to explain why that is a problem?
Okay, so I was immediately incensed by that picture because it is against the military regulations that you ever be involved in a political rally or activity that is supporting any political party in your uniform, because it's very important to our democracy and the credibility of the military and our political system that the military it's important that it remains apolitical and that it does not show support for any political party. Because it's not in our country, it's not the military that determines who's in charge, who has power. It is the people that voting that determine that, not military might. And we don't want to give that impression that the military is behind any party. That's why there are very, very strict punishments for discrediting your military service by appearing at a political rally or any political event in your uniform representing your branch of the military. So what they did is a major offense, of which the Democrats have gotten pissed off at Trump supporters for supposedly doing when they weren't actually part of rallies, just because they had military members. Like Trump was visiting a military base and he was giving a speech at the military base. It wasn't a rally for Trump. Trump came to the base to support the troops and gave a speech. It wasn't a rally. They say, oh, the military, everyone there should be in trouble because they were supporting Trump and a political party. They got upset about that, but apparently there's a fake outrage because then they actually have soldiers at a actual political event for the Democrats showing military support for that party.
Yes, and when they are in uniform, and Dyer could probably speak to this a little bit better, but when you're in uniform in the military, you are no longer an individual. You are an avatar of the military. You cannot be there representing yourself if you are in a military uniform. Correct?
Absolutely right. Anywhere I go, I am not representing me. I'm representing my entire service.
Yes. So it would have been perfectly fantastic for whoever these two soldiers are to have been there in their civilian clothes and not be recognizable as the military, but being in their uniform, they are there. Whether the Army wants to or not, the Army is now standing and endorsing the Biden campaign, which is probably not their intention, certainly not. So I sent this to Dyer last night. We were both like, whoa. Because you guys, so nobody really talked about this today. I caught it right away. I was trying to see if any any of the usual commentary suspects would be catching on to this. I mean, it was up on the screen for maybe 30 seconds. It was real quick and done. But it was certainly noticeable to me. I know not a lot of people actually watched the Democrat convention because, watching paint dry is far more stimulating and less makes you want to gouge your eyes out. But no, nobody was really talking about this until later this afternoon. Dyer and I both thought it was a pretty big deal. And it did come out. There was a story late this afternoon that the Army is investigating these people. So it's on the island of American Samoa, which, as we know, you can't have a lot of military people on an island, otherwise it might capsize. So shouldn't be a whole lot of people to sort through. And this girl here has a very, very unique last name. It's Ledaux, Ledoy, I believe is how it's pronounced. But that's a very, very unique name and on a very small island. So I'm sure they'll be able to find her pretty quick.
They already have. I know they have.
So, but can you? We'll get into what the possible punishments could be and what the punishments should be. But what do you think would happen to you, Dyer, if you were to go in your uniform for whichever branch that might be to a your state's delegates for Trump to go there as the military and stand behind your state's delegates when they announce at the RNC next week?
At the very least, I would be violating Article 15, or beginning Article 15, which would be a career. It could be the end of your career or next step before the end of your career, getting Article 15, non-judicial punishment. And I could have a lot of things happen to me. They could take away a stripe. They could definitely take away my position of leadership. That would be a given. It would show that I have a lack of understanding of how I'm supposed to behave as an NCO, and thus how could I possibly teach other people, right? How could I possibly lead if I cannot lead myself? I could have my wages cut for a long period of time. I could be given punishment duty. I could even be confined under Article 15 punishments. That is if I were to remain in the military at all. Now, if I gave the order authorizing other individuals to do this, I would definitely lose my my career. I'd be gone. If I was one of the ones who followed an unlawful order, I would get punishment, but it would not be as severe.
Because if somebody ordered you to stand in uniform at a specifically political rally, it would be an illegal order for you to follow that, right?
Exactly. That's why I would still be punished. But if I think these individuals were lower in rank. Let me pull the picture again.
I got the picture up. I'll share my screen to you. Hold on a second. It doesn't look like they got any stripes on them. I'm not as familiar with.
Look at the center of the chest. Yeah, so we got a specialist and looks like another specialist. Yeah, so they're relatively low in rank. So, yeah, I don't think that they would have opted on their own to do this, or I probably would have ordered, or at least were given permission to be here. Whoever gave them permission also would be wrong. If they did this on their own, though, throw the book at them.
Yeah. I wonder even too, maybe they've got some kind of like familial relation or just a friendship or something. Who knows? But regardless, it was. I mean, because before we went on air when we were talking about this, and we were realized hey, maybe we should broadcast this. But I was talking to you about going through some of the thought experiment of what if you had done this, kind of what would be the outrage with it. And you couldn't even get into the outrage the first time we talked about it, because you're I would never do that. You're it just goes against everything that I know to be my principles and what's okay and all this stuff. And you're you couldn't even get past imagining had you done it, because
I would never do
unimaginable.
It. Yeah, and when you're told frequently about this restriction, right? It's not something that's an unknown rule. It's something that's really driven home quite often. I can't imagine anyone choosing to do this. And we're told that is very severe consequences for doing this.
Yes, Howitzer. That is their name badge. The girl, you can zoom in and see it's Ledaux, which is, I believe, the pronunciation for it. It's very French. Yeah, so there is, if you guys are just tuning in, it was announced that the Army is investigating these people. Dyer's pretty sure that they're probably already been identified.
They already know it is. So I was actually planning on contacting their IG today. I hadn't found the number for their office yet. I had inquired about it, and they hadn't got it back to me yet. So I guess I can drop it since they already have investigation ongoing. I don't need to pester them.
Yeah.
I'm already happy that it's probably the IG office at that base that's currently doing the investigation, right? Because they're going to know at what level of the command did this happen in. And they're not going to have the command do that investigation.
Yeah.
Right.
So and again, it's very concerning just because of the frequentness that the Democrats the last few weeks have been fantasizing openly. Multiple different Democrats, including Biden, in multiple different forums and interviews, have been openly fantasizing about using the military to oust Trump from office when the election is inevitably confusing due to mail-in voting. But
look, it's their fault.
Yes,
the biggest part of this is they have engineered a scenario just like last time, so they'll have a just cause to resist him and to say that he's not a legitimate president. So last time it was creating this whole Russian narrative. This time they first called for mail-in voting, something they know is inherently open to fraud and corruption, and also the people's votes being thrown out even without anyone doing anything wrong, right? Even if the process goes without any corruption, people still have their votes in high numbers. Up to 3% of votes not counted is millions of people not getting their votes counted. And they create this scenario by demanding mail-in voting and equating it as being the same as absentee when it is absolutely not the same thing. And then they're gearing up to blame Trump for the inevitable collapse of the vote and a chaos that they have engineered. And then now they're putting hints out there that obviously because of mail-in voting, it's going to be a chaotic and long period. We're not going to find out in one night who actually won the presidency, and they're going to blame Trump for this chaos that they created, just like they blame Trump for the violence that they're encouraging in the streets right now. And they've been talking about so because it's going to take a little while, Trump might still be in office because they haven't determined who the actual winner is, and they've created that possibility of that happening, and then they threatened to use military force that they don't have to wield in the first place to remove him when there is no winner to be determined.
Yeah, and so to be clear with how often in the last 2 months the Democrats have discussed and fantasized about using the military, to bring home how often that they've done that, the Pentagon had to release a statement last week saying in no uncertain terms that the military would not be getting involved under any circumstances in the civilian elections.
How sad is that they had to say that?
Yeah, well, and as they goddamn better well should have.
Yes, of course.
But it is sad that has to be reiterated. That is the current state of the country, of the Democrat Party, is that it was up for debate whether or not the military would help the Democrats secede like the country and have some kind of military style takeover of DC.
One of the things that makes our country unique is that it's not the military and military power and loyalty that determines who is in charge. And it doesn't require the military's consent for there to be a change of power in political parties in our country. That is a very unique thing that is not shared by many countries in the world. And that they imagine that in their deluded world that a the totalitarian state where they actually have the power to wield the military to oust Trump because they know they've lost. They are not even campaigning. If you look at the DNC, they're not even trying because they know they don't have the ability to get the votes. They know how unpopular their candidates are, and so because they know they can't win the vote, they're defaulting to let's just steal the presidency.
Triumvirate is talking about if the presidential election, the counting lasts longer than inauguration day. There's hard stops in the Constitution that Trump couldn't be president anymore, but since we didn't have a president, it would have to start going down through the lines of succession. Now there is a half-baked conspiracy
Nancy Pelosi
theory / conspiracy wish from the left that it would fall to the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, but Nancy's up for re-election too, so it actually would keep going past her. I forget who the next stable person is, but I think that they're not on the left. So, but it's actually while that might happen, I don't know if that would actually happen or not. But if it did have to go through the lines of succession, it wouldn't stop on Nancy, because presumably her election would be incomplete as well.
Yeah.
Well, because there's no universe where every state has all the people on the same ballot. So, like, if we haven't finished counting Trump's votes, then we probably also haven't finished counting the votes for the House representatives.
But I wouldn't put the Democrats past saying, we only got like 50% in her state, California, right? Let's just call it because she's going to win, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past them. Like this, what a crazy way to try to steal power from the presidency is just try to create chaos and then use that as an excuse to remove him from office.
Yeah, so then Shadowwolf's asking about, aren't they assuming the outcome of the election? Well, of course they are. But they are. So back in 2016, Trump had the quote unquote outside odds because the Democrats were kind of huffing their own farts the whole time. I think that they're still doing that to a large extent this time around, but they are a little bit more self-aware. So last time we had the we need an insurance policy, and that came up real close to the election time. They're doing the same insurance policy this time. Well, not the exact same one, but they are doing an insurance policy this time. It's just that they're going to try a bunch of different little things, and they're starting them a lot earlier. We're seeing that with this hoax with the mail and this conspiracy theory that Trump is stealing letterboxes, which is absolutely ridiculous. But it is, I mean, as you just said, Dyer, it's basically foregone conclusion at this point that they are not going to win because they're so awful, no matter what the polls say. But they are trying to. They need two things. They know that they're going to lose, so they need two things to ensure that they win. They need one, any conspiracy theory about how Trump stole the election to stick. That's the first thing they need. And the second thing that they need is a way of pulling him out of office. So they don't quite have that second one down yet. They've got a couple options for the first one. The mail-in conspiracy is the chief one right now. But they were hoping to use the military as that second step to pull him out of office once they established why he stole it. So they're gonna have to figure out something new with that, I guess. Probably the Capitol Police, but we'll see.
They hope to do that, to have the Capitol Police do it. What they're going to need is enough people to believe one or more of the conspiracy theories that they are starting early and repeating often. Because a lot of people they don't really know that much about what's going on. They don't really watch that much news, so they just need to hear a few times that Trump has stolen the election. And if they have no counter information to make them not believe it, they might just believe, so Trump stole the election, and that's why he's being removed from the office. That's what I think they're hoping for, is just to convince enough people of the lies. It doesn't matter which lie. That's why they're shotgun affecting it.
Yeah. So, but now the concern that I would have is, okay, the Pentagon put out that the military will not be from on high taking part in the election, as they shouldn't. But now we see these two soldiers here. It is now a concern that you will have defectors from the Union military that are going over to the whatever new country the Democrats want to create, because this would essentially trigger a civil war, is if the Democrats, this is how you get your civil war, is if the Democrats start peeling off members of the Union military to fight on behalf of the Democrat Party to oust Trump out of D.C. I think civil war, like in the classic sense, wouldn't happen for a long time, but seeing this last night, it makes me think that it is on the very outside chance possible of more of a classic civil war where you have some kind of break within the military ranks, and then that they go fight for the Democrats. I don't know
sorry, folks, but I have sworn to defend the Constitution, right?
Well, not
and if
you.
If they shut up and listen, man. If they remove Trump, meaning the Capitol Police, under the orders of the Democrats, remove Trump when the votes have not been counted, or even if they say he won, but they say he stole it, I got to go to war, man. I have no option. And I'm not going to be the only one. This is our president being taken out of office by a hostile force. There's no other option. They have just trashed the Constitution and our entire way of governance.
It would be an act of civil war. Whether or not the Civil War started would be up to the rest of us. But certainly, they're gunning for it. Like, it sounds hyperbolic, and I hate saying it because there's a lot of people have been talking about this for the last year, and it sounds hyperbolic, but geez, you got the Democrats are starting to line up the people who have the monopoly on force in our country, which is the civilian polices, which would include the Capitol Police. Though they have the monopoly of force within the civilian context. We are supposed to be isolated from military action against our civilians, but the Democrats, again, Biden himself has been openly fantasizing about this. So it is no longer, well, I don't think it ever was out of the realm of possibility, but it is becoming more clear how it would be possible. And they are playing a real dangerous game. They're playing a real dangerous game here.
You know, if the Democrats win by the vote, obviously, I mean, I'm not going to be a sore loser. I'm not going to go to war over that. But if they subvert the vote and remove the president, I'm not going to be alone in saying that I'm not okay with that. And that is the line they will have crossed, that there is no going back.
Yeah.
So how about we play some games?
Yeah, play some games. We'll pull up Jackbox here.
You hadn't done that yet?
Well, we were chit-chatting.
Dare you?
And then I got sidetracked.
I'm going to invite some of our friends.
Okay. I like friends.
Friends. Yeah. Pronounce it correctly.
I know the screen's messed up, guys. I'll get it back on track. I have a different setup for games, and then I had to pivot to the games, or well, to a stream. So let me get that set back up for you guys here.
Background noise.
Is that you? It's not me.
No. It's probably Timber. Hey, Timber.
Huh? Hi.
Hello.
Hey, Shadow.
How are y'all doing today?
Fan-freaking-tastic. How are you?
Doing well.
I'm finally done with opening a store. Yay!
Has it been looted and burned down yet?
No.
Then you haven't opened it properly.
Yeah.
It's just, right next to a COVID hot zone. Yay!
Yay! That means there's a lot of foot traffic, right?
For sure.
Yeah. And apparently nobody in the town likes wearing masks, so.
Well, it was nice knowing you.
Except this one random Karen. She was very entertaining. She was wearing one of those, I'll call them a biker mask, I guess, in a way. The ones that have the slit in the nose and all the holes in the front. And then she was throwing a fit about people not wearing masks when I went into the store. And I'm just like, what?
But
on that topic,
that's not a mask even.
I went to a restaurant in town because I had a new guy who's just moved to the unit, and I was showing him around town. He doesn't know the place very well yet. But so we're in uniform, and this family, this old couple in front of me, very nicely paid for myself and the guys I was with. Totally awesome. I did notice, however, it made me laugh after I walked away. His wife was wearing a completely see-through mesh mask that was like, we call it lace almost. Like it's just all holes. It was all holes. There's no mask. I'm like,
she probably like crocheted that herself.
I guess it was.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a fan of the mask stuff, but even if I'm wearing a mask, I'm wearing an actual cloth mask.
Where I live, no one is calling anyone else out for wearing a mask. Like all of the businesses are required to have these signs saying you need to wear a mask, but no one cares.
I actually like it because I have a bandana and I get to have my like Watch Dogs aesthetic, and I was like, I couldn't do this before COVID, but now I can become Watch Dogs. I can do it. Become I forget what's Aiden Pierce. Yeah, there we go. I can be the watchdog.
Very nice.
Yes.
I'm just waiting for my head to get finished.
Your head?
Mm-hmm.
Fursuit.
Oh. I thought you meant your wife. Ah ha ha!
That is, she's current. Well, okay, never mind.
Yeah, that was a good one. Alrighty, let's play some Trivia Murder Party, guys. You guys know the drill. You guys got to go to jackbox.tv, and I got to figure out the sound. Let's see here. There we go. There's the music. I also need to pull up the browser.
That would probably help.
Alrighty. Jackbox.tv.
I should probably put the screen in.
Alrighty. Let's play Trivia Murder Party.
That's all the cool kids are doing.
Hell yeah.
That and voting for Trump.
Alright. DKR.
Because I think we've learned from the Democratic convention that they are definitely not the party of cool anymore. Cool.
Have they ever?
They thought they were.
So I think that they set AOC up.
Really?
So, yeah. Okay. So last night AOC was there as one of Bernie Sanders' delegates, which is just left over from the process. And then during she was offered, I think it was a 60-second speech. A lot of the progressives were upset because they wanted to hear her speak more. I don't think that she's got any more than 60 seconds in her, unless she's like live streaming, like while she's building an IKEA sofa. But either way, during her little speech. Yeah, during her speech, she endorsed Bernie Sanders when all the other delegates had been endorsing Biden. And so the media put out it was kind of strange that she endorsed Sanders instead of Biden when everybody kind of knows. And she tweeted out no, I was told to do that. It's a procedural thing. And it wasn't weird for her to endorse Bernie because that's what she was there for. It's just procedural that she's left over delegates from Sanders because Sanders had the other second highest amount of delegates. And I actually believe her. I think that the media, or I think the DNC set her up to make her look bad because that's what she said. She got real pissed at NBC. She's like, "Are you guys?" Which is kind of funny. She's like, "Where am I going to go back to get my reputation you guys just ruined? You guys are making it look like I just turned coat." And she was real upset because they harmed her reputation. And it was like, "Oh, sweetie, first time, babe, come on." The media said something about you out of context and it hurt your reputation. Oh man, my aching heart. But
yeah.
But I do believe her because the media was sent what to expect, and they were part of what they were supposed to expect was that in her speech, she was going to be endorsing Sanders. Like, it was a known planned thing, and she had been told to do it. But the media was trying to make it look like it was like this big surprise. I think that they set her up. I think that they did it on purpose because the DNC, the establishment, is trying to hang on against the progressives still.
Yeah.
And I think that they set her up.
Okay, so I feel so bad for her.
I
But
don't feel bad for her.
But if she was set up, and I think she may have been, she had to have realized, it's partially her fault too, because she had to realize that she was out to endorse a candidate no longer running.
Yeah.
So she still has to be pretty fucking stupid, pretty airheaded to think that it's normal, and that to be duped into to supporting a candidate no longer running, to endorsing a candidate no longer running. She has to realize, if she had a brain, how absurd that would be, and she would realize, I'm being set up. The only way they were able to set her up is because she was already dumb as a box of rocks.
Yeah, they would have just found another sacrificial lamb to do it according to the DNC rules, because he met the threshold to be nominated. So they just used her to do it.
Yeah, like whether he wants to, whether he's running or not, because the Democrat convention, like, anything can happen once you're at convention. It doesn't matter if you ran or not. Like, you can still be nominated, and you still be like forced up on stage. So, like, I do believe her that, like, she thought that, like, that she was told that it was procedural and that she just needed to go along with it. I'm sure she wanted to anyways. I mean, she still did, like, endorse and like Bernie, but I don't think that she, like, did it to be nefarious. And I do think of the DNC and the media were like, ooh, like, let's get her. Let's get her.
Like, did Bernie endorse Biden?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, so if I mean, yeah, sure, you are able to endorse. He met the threshold, but why would you endorse someone who themselves is endorsing the other candidate?
I don't know. Yeah, so that's where you're right there. I mean, like, she would have been, like, at minimum she could have been like, that's kind of strange, don't you think? Like, are you guys sure that you want me to endorse him? Like, even though, like, we're not.
Or maybe that's what you want me to do, but I'm not a puppet, so no.
I don't know. I mean, maybe she would have made the same choice if she had been given the option, but, like, they got her pretty good on that one. Which again, it's funny because it's like, well, that's what you guys like. I mean, come on, like, what you guys did to Kavanaugh, like, that's just like the main one I can think of, like the biggest one. But, like, she's gonna, like, freak out about, like, where am I gonna go back to get my reputation, like, over a tweet from NBC put out a tweet at 1 in the morning, and she's worried about her reputation being permanently stained. Like, you guys said Kavanaugh was in a serial rape gang. Like,
yeah.
Well,
and that's just one.
Yeah, but remember, Kavanaugh was nominated by the bad orange man. Therefore, nothing that happens to him matters. You know, it's all justified.
Yeah, they called Trump a misogynist, rapist of sorts, but then that Biden and Clinton are totally fine. And by that I mean Bill Clinton, but they're totally fine. But Trump's the evil misogynist.
Yes. Donna, can you retweet what I just tweeted out? Because I don't think it tweeted out the stream there. We'll go ahead and get started, though. We got 6 just now. Catman just joined. 6 is good enough to get started, though. Yeah, listen to Schmitty.
I can't hear Schmitty.
You can't?
I can't either. Nope.
Well, Skype updated the interface, and it made it worse, and it works less.
That sounds like Skype.
Thank you, Skype.
Yes. Always.
That was a pick. I wasn't ready for that.
That was new.
You should do that with your dogs, and then, like, you could, like, host a show like that.
But it's also a night that has the mantra: live, laugh, love, die.
What's that?
I've never tried that before. I should try
I'm
it.
going to ask you a bunch of trivia questions. If you get a question wrong, you have to fight for your life in one of my super fun mini games. If you do badly in the mini I'll kill you. Don't worry.
Nobody can
Still
insult or
in the
ruin
game.
ASU's
When
reputation
players
more
help
than
to
she
lie,
already
we'll go
insults
to
and
the final
ruins
round
herself.
with a winning
Right?
game
Like,
completed.
I thought she was shameless. Like,
For
oh,
a chance to
sweetie,
be
you
so
thought you had a
funny.
reputation?
How fun.
Aw, that's
Oh my
adorable.
goodness, will you listen to me? Going on and on like the voices of the birds that tell me what to do. Let's get to the game.
This game is really horror genre.
Okay, now, first question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
lean
that's
really
gonna
hard into
really
that horror
enrich your
genre
life.
stuff.
What island nation does the deadly Komodo dragon call home? Use your device to answer the question. And the correct answer is... Who got it right?
Yay.
The rest of you, you're in for a treat.
Don't tell my wife.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're,
Welcome to the killing floor.
At least we know you weren't
To
cheating.
make some art, and yes, you should probably feel some
Drawn and
pressure right
quartered
now.
should be the punishment for
Dingleberries.
using your uniform in a political context.
Draw this thing the best you can and press send when you're finished.
Dingleberries?
Shit.
No, it's literally shit, Dyer.
I didn't have a mouse plugged in, so yeah. Fuck it. Hey,
Now everyone
trackpads.
gets to vote. Pick the drawing that you hate the most.
Which one did you draw,
Do it.
Fox?
One of these was drawn by someone who deserves
D.
punishment. Go with your gut. The votes are in. Personally, I kind of like
Rough
it,
cat man.
but
Rough.
the people have spoken.
I mean, meow.
You're
So, I just killed you and you're totally a ghost now. But you're not getting out of this game that easily. Ghosts still get to play and can even win the whole thing in the final round. I'd take a picture of you, but I know it turned out poorly. Here's
Oof.
everybody's scores. It's a good way to compare yourself to others and maybe start to feel bad about yourself. Alright, next question. The Indian company Comptonu Limited has what stock symbol on the New York Stock Exchange?
I have no idea, so.
Probably way wrong just because.
Answering
It can't be the obvious
most
answer,
logical.
right? It can't be that.
I think it could be.
Yes.
Aha!
Oh, love it, God!
Wow, it was.
Why
One
would
of
they
you
give
still
it
alive.
the obvious
I
one?
have a surprise.
It's okay,
for
Dyer. You're different.
It's a trick.
You. Hey, girl. Welcome
Make you
back to
guess
the
yourself.
killing floor.
That's the thing that's unique about you, Dyer. You're different.
We're going to play the finger cutting game.
Oh, you get to
I
do
used
the
call
finger
this
cutting
one
game by
19
yourself.
points, but the name didn't test well with the focus group I kidnapped. Just
That's
choose one of
the
your fingers to cut
worst.
off. Super simple.
No.
Chop.
Are you gonna do it,
Draw.
Dyer? You
Cut
gonna
'em
do
off
it?
with a big old chop.
Just kill me. I refuse.
Did you learn
I
this
won't
from
give you the
interrogation?
satisfaction.
Did you learn this from interrogation
Just
training?
cut it off already. Think of all the cool nicknames you can have.
Like Stumpy?
Some people just don't listen to instructions.
They call him Littlefinger, but not because of his little finger.
Great men have died for good causes. You, however, died for your finger. Here's where everybody's
It's all you
at
ever
right now.
amounted to, Dyer. Put it on your tombstone.
I've got more questions for you. I'd like to do a quick shout out to my boy, Guy Fieri. I love your food, my man. Which of these foods is not on Guy Fieri's American menu?
Ooh, what are Vegas fries? Now I want fries. Fuck.
Time's running out.
Oh, Howie was saying that he would give a finger.
Who picked this one?
Wow.
Everyone is wrong.
Also, it sounds
Prepare
like
for your
something
punishment.
somebody would.
Yeah.
It's time for a memory game. Memorize the pattern.
Fuck. I like the blood ones better. It speaks. to
Yeah,
me.
same here.
And done. From left to right. What was the order of the colors? If you have the worst memory, you die.
Oh, shit.
Don't forget.
All it did was make me remember the dog I tried to adopt from the dog shelter last week, and it was broken, so I had to send it back. And it has not been returned yet.
And looky, here's the
poor
pattern.
dog.
How did you do?
I
It
didn't
looks
do
like
it.
you forgot what was at stake.
Could be worse. Could be dead.
Could be like the dog that they
All right, next
couldn't
question.
fix and probably sent it to be euthanized.
What channel did That So Raven originally air on?
Oh, come on. That's easy.
Yeah. Not a great show.
Did you watch it on that channel when you were a kid?
Yeah.
All right, so you're part of that generation.
Who said?
You call me
Guess what?
old.
Yes.
Only a ghost got it wrong.
My sisters watched it.
Next
I liked
question.
it because it had time travel in it.
Confession time. Give me a tub of Rocky Road in a Law and Order marathon, and I am useless. Which of the Law and Orders has Ice-T as a regular cast member?
Rick and Morty?
I thought he hated police.
He plays one in the show.
I know.
And
This
the
doesn't
correct
mean he
answer
likes
is...
it now.
Yeah, Howitzer, she saw into the future, and then they would play out half the episode, then it would turn out that it was one of her visions, and then they would go and change time.
I'm going to
It was
ask you
basically a
question.
time travel
Answer
show.
very carefully.
Come on.
Aw, we
What's a
got
good
too
name
many
for a
right
cat?
answers.
Type
a
an
good name
answer
for
in
a
your device
cat.
and press send when you're finished.
The Not Wolf.
I don't think the options are wolf or not wolf.
There's also Not Fox.
Right, exactly. Don't forget that.
Yes. So there's things that are
Writing nothing
adorable,
is a bad
and there's things that aren't
idea.
foxes.
Or wolves.
Sure.
Want to know what happens when you don't answer?
Pussy Slayer.
Lazy.
It's
Slow.
just
Lazy.
boom. Wow.
What was in him that made him explode?
Scoreboard time is a good
Your
time
finger?
to
Do we
relax,
all
let
have
the
that
tensions
same-
of the game drift
Like,
away,
oh, let's
and just
explode.
reconnect with who we are as people.
Yeah, it's like
What I'm trying to say
Saw
is,
when you like wake up and there's
enjoy
random
this
stuff
time.
inside you already.
And Howie,
try another
Howie
one.
the Zer.
The Neon Cat meme began in which
It's
year?
Nyan Cat. What the hell's wrong with you?
Neon Cat. I have
That had to have
no
been
clue.
early as possible. That was like one of the oldest things. That was like the pre-internet internet.
I think that came out before I graduated high. Wow, is that recent?
No,
I'm gonna show you
what do
something.
they mean by the meme? The GIF. The GIF was earlier than that.
Oh,
It's math
okay.
time. Answer as
Oh,
many math
cool.
questions as you can before time runs out. Whoever does the worst dies.
Man.
Math time. Let's go.
Howitzer, we have identified you as a Zer. It's my truth. You have to deal with it. Did you see the Babylon B put out that
Well, you
you
guys are
were
doing that.
adding
I've been
a
learning how to fold
option E to
origami.
all
Today
SAT
is
questions
all about
now, and
improving
the
ourselves.
option always said my truth.
Keep your focus. Don't let my voice
Did
distract
you
We're almost
Dyer,
out
did
of
you
time.
hear or follow any of the this like test scandals going
This
on in
was
the UK?
inevitable.
What?
In the UK, there's this like test scandal thing that's going on.
I know.
Sorry.
Math is
Test
evil,
for what?
Even
Can I
for me.
just-
It was like their final exams for like the school year.
Oh,
Like,
okay, yeah.
there's like I'll tell you about it
Only
in
one
a
of you
second.
is
When
still
there's a break
alive.
here.
You know what that means.
Uh-oh. I'm not going to
Congrats on
win.
making it here alive.
That's what that means.
Now let's see if you can escape with your body.
Dyer,
I'm
get
going
his
to give
body
you
so I
a
can take yours.
category. Mortal Kombat characters. Tap on each
Is
answer
Claw
that
Hands a
fits,
Mortal
then
Kombat character?
let's see the right answers. You
No.
move forward one space for every correct answer. You're getting real close to the exit. Oh, did I mention that all the other ghosts get to play too? If a ghost catches up to you, then they will steal your body. Then they can escape and win the game. Here's everyone's
I almost
next
screwed
question.
up on that because I was
The ghosts
thinking
get
of
a
a
third choice
different
to help
game
them catch up to
series.
you.
Oh God, none of those. Jeez. God, those are all like hacking up phlegm balls.
I'm going to have to punish my writers.
Not romance languages. Jesus.
Books authored by Donald Trump. Anytime today, kiddo.
Wow, I got that very
Oh.
wrong.
Whoops.
Are you afraid of the dark?
Yeah.
Yeah, so did I.
Chemical elements.
What?
Water's an element, and it's got buoyancy, Dyer.
Time is almost
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Water finds its level. It's an element. Wait, what? What's the bottom one?
Molybdenum. It's,
Oh, is that one of the exotics?
Red
yeah, I
wine.
believe so.
I'm not as familiar with those ones.
Unless the name is... Oh, okay. Huh.
This is white in the name, so
A
probably
ghost is
not
right
red
on your
wine.
tail. Watch out.
That's racist, guys. It could be mixed.
Mountain Dew flavors.
No mixed Mountain Dews is on the DNC platform.
Yeah. Actually, it's
bunch of smart
racist
people,
because
huh?
you're mixing the oppressed with the oppressed.
Yes.
Rum-based cocktails.
I don't.
Yeah, this is something I am not...
Depends
not
who's
really
making it. No.
Decision.
I mean, you can put rum in anything.
Yeah.
Aha.
Ah, well.
Good. Now escape before the
The
others
Quiet
catch
Lion.
you. Here's another one. Events in the Decathlon.
Mountain biking should be really fun.
Should be, but not.
Oh. Wow. Whoops.
Another life swap.
Oh, wow. I still
Here
took
comes
it.
the next question. Drummers.
Jesus, why does that feel so like that?
How the hell would I know? It's definitely not Ringo Starr, though. Or him.
Anytime today, kiddo.
Ringo Starr was a guitar.
Aha!
What?
Get wrecked, Dyer.
Blood.
I got it right. So I'm wrong, alright? I'll accept it.
Ooh.
Breaks.
Hell yeah! I ain't gonna get this for me. If I do, I'll have to give up one of my ranks.
Eagle rank.
Yeah!
Yeah, good job, Fox.
Aha!
If you hadn't gotten it, I would have won.
I'm just disappointed that I think it's still Dyer's body.
You don't deserve it.
Nope, you stole mine.
Watch Fox escapes.
It's untouched as all 10 fingers.
You're not a Zer, but it says Howie Zitzer.
I told Howitzer that I identified him as a Zer, and it's my truth. So,
Yep.
so Dyer, so this thing in the UK, so they they just like kind of ended their school year, like as of like last month or the month before. But they're supposed to have these like final placement exams for college because their college system isn't like ours. Like it's much more restrictive to get into their college system. So they have these final placement exams that let you know if you're going to get into college or not. And it's like a really big fucking deal. So because they couldn't take the test because they weren't in school, the entire system in the UK estimated their scores. And the way that they estimated the scores, it was a big formula, but one of the key factors was how their school district had done historically. So the poor school districts, everyone in the school district of the poor school districts all got their scores massively sandbagged. And there was rightfully so, like there was like student protests like all over the UK the past like 2 weeks, like rightfully so. Like they want the head of the education department, or whatever the hell it's called, like they want his head, and honestly they should have it. Like,
why do you think that was okay?
Yeah, so like a bunch of kids in like the richer districts that have been richer historically. I mean, that's just how it's going to be, is your wealthier districts are going to have, if you're looking at what the 20-year performance record of those schools was.
But it excludes in all the data the possibility of someone who comes up from a poor area being very intelligent, beating the odds, and doing better than someone who was well-advantaged in a really good school who just didn't give a fuck.
And the estimates on like how much it got sandbagged was people who would have scored like whatever like the top score was from the poorer districts, they had their score downranked by as much as a full letter grade from this estimation.
And even the assumption that their grades throughout the year is indicative of how they do on the final test, that's not even fair. They might have studied.
Yeah. And so then you got all these like the dumb kids at the rich schools, like they got theirs uplifted. And like, I mean, like it's a big deal because like they got college, you know, the next semester for college is coming up. So I mean, like these kids are like, you just fucked me. Like I worked my whole career for this and I was going to get into a good college and you just like sandbagged the absolute fuck out of me. Like that is outrageous. My heart goes out to all them over there. But
wow.
Yeah. So that's fun. That's something we might have talked about on Sunday, but I was tired. All right, ready for the next game?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I'm just shocked by that.
Yeah. No, I have been seeing things about like the students like freaking out about something, and I was like, oh, like what's the problem? And I like read into it, and I was like, holy fuck! Like I was livid when I read it. I was like, that's so outrageous. Like who thought that was a good idea?
Someone who must have been advantaged by it, I would assume, because otherwise it makes no sense.
Yes. Yeah, like I wonder where his kids or grandkids went to school.
Yeah,
to
right.
make that decision. Like there was another part of the formula was like the teachers, like whoever your like homeroom teacher was, like they just literally like guessed what they thought you would have gotten on that exam. And then that like was wrapped up into the formula too. It was just like all of these things that like didn't make sense. Like they might as well have like rolled a bunch of dice and thrown those Chinese stick things and like calculated it with like divining it from astrology. Like doing it by your astrological sign would have made more sense.
Would have been more accurate.
Yes, it would have been far more accurate.
Jeez Louise. At least our schools aren't like that yet.
Yeah, we just if you're black, you get like a 40% boost on your college entrance exam. If you're white or Asian, you get like a negative 40%.
Yeah, that's not nearly as bad. It's not random, it's based on racism.
Yes.
Baraka is Clawhand's Leo Master Race?
Welcome to Trivia Night.
What?
I was just looking to see what YouTube chat said. Catman said something about Leo Master Race.
I think he's talking because Lion won.
Ah, yes.
I'm going to ask you a bunch of trivia
I
questions.
think.
If you get a question wrong, you
The
have to fight
height
for your life.
lion.
Or
One of my
lion had
super
grabbed,
fun
or at least
minigames.
lion
If
had
you
stolen the
badly
body.
in the minigame, I'll kill you.
White
But
lions
don't
are
worry,
canceled.
Ghosts can still win the game.
You can
When
skip
players
this, whoever
left
has
alive,
it.
We'll go to the final round where the living and dead compete to see
For
who
the love of
wins.
God.
I think it's you.
How it's no, it's not. How it's or why don't they just do it like here and
Never
go by
mind the
skin
rules.
color?
Let's get to the game.
Oh, biological science. Okay.
Okay, first question. Maybe I should consider
It's so
adopting.
absurd.
Which of these occupations specializes in drawing blood?
I know that one.
Dyer, isn't that your job?
Man, that's a vampire.
Dyer's like, I draw blood from shots.
I hear,
And the correct answer
because
is...
I heard that word a whole
Who got the
lot
question right?
back when I was a student ambassador.
What
I'm
word?
still have trouble saying
Needs
it.
only you.
Phlebotomist?
Let's go someplace fun.
I'm not gonna try. I know what the word is. I have trouble pronouncing it. Fuck off.
A phyllobotomist?
We're going to play chalices.
Wow.
Safe players have
Fuck.
been provided with a poison pellet.
Astro-
The chalice
Yo,
will put the
master
poison in.
I'm gonna pick 7, guys.
I'm not picking Chalice 7, okay? I'm not picking Chalice 7.
Everybody put it in chalice 7, and then I'll drink it so it's like super poison. Maybe all the poisons will cancel
I could've
out.
killed, like,
Because you know
12
some
people
poisons
by
are
now.
anti-poisons
Nope.
for other
Already.
poisons, so
I
I
Well,
think that'd be a
I
cool
let my
game
decision maker
mechanic.
decide.
Play.
That'd be a cool
Pick,
game mechanic. If there was an even
It
number of
goes without
poisons,
saying, if
they
you
should
drink
cancel
from
each
a
other out.
poison, The drinks have been drunk. Now let's see what
They've been
everyone
drinking.
drank.
Motherfucker.
This is going to hurt me more than it hurts you.
Well, I rolled a die for random and I got 7, so I did poison 7.
A little bit of poison goes a long way.
What a dick.
I know, right?
Here's how everyone's doing so far. Higher scores are better than lower scores, FYI.
God, if only the
I thought
unidentified
this
one
was a
had
FACO
like,
type game.
if only the unidentified one had like a
Al Jazeera is
name tag and a
broadcast from what
badge
country?
and like their unit number on it.
Oh, yeah.
If only.
Tony said he chose poorly.
And the correct answer is this one.
Joke's on you. I like poison.
The rest of you who are still alive.
Like, I should know
Choice
this,
2
but
and I picked the wrong one. Oh, well.
Terrorist wasn't an option, but that was the real answer.
Welcome back to
Catman
the
was saying
killing floor.
Leo Master Race for the astrological signs.
I want to see
Scorpio
your
all the way, I
artistic
think.
side. Now, no pressure, but you will die if you screw this up.
I don't want
A
to draw.
tattoo you've always wanted.
Just draw you, not
Draw
drawing.
this thing as best as you can and press send when you're finished.
Dad, I draw the F-35.
No, I refuse.
What if you woke up one morning and you had a big F-35 on your chest?
Well, I mean, suicide's still an option. I'm kidding, by the way. I'm fine. I'm not.
Yeah, I did a bit of a joke with mine. We'll see how it goes over.
Now everyone gets to vote. I want you to pick the worst drawing. Seriously, pick the one you just don't like.
What's character A mean?
Person.
It
My
does.
patience is wearing
Yes, me.
thin.
Person.
The votes are in.
Oh! I had no idea. That was mine. I was just
You
doing a
saw
random
everything?
Japanese character that I. It's like,
We
I know
all
it's a
hate
character.
smiley
There's a
face.
kanji.
We're all
Funny
like,
thing
There's
is,
a kanji. I don't know what it's what. But it's a joke about the people that get random kanji as
That's how all the
tattoos.
scores are looking.
I know somebody who has a smiley face tattoo and they
Let's
put it
try
on a
this
tumor.
Let's mix things
Oh
up
my
a little
God.
bit with a picture question. Hey, check out this old cute pic of me as a kid. I remember that day well. We went to
What
the
picture?
mall, an abandoned one of course. There were all these wild animals just roaming about. Yeah, that otter was adorable. He bit me right after that pic. Gave me rabies. You know, I never did get around to getting that cured. Well, I hope you don't have a brain-melting disease because I want to know... What number was above the rope?
Huh.
It was F-35.
Oh, um,
And
yeah,
the correct
Triumvirate
answer is
says that Hillary now knows how to kill you in your sleep by tattooing an F-35 onto you.
I have a surprise for you.
You
So
mean
the suicide
you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to
suicide
see
you.
you spell.
Yeah.
Use letters to spell the longest word you can before time runs out. I got some of these letters from Highlights Magazine. I'm going to hurt the person with the shortest word. Do it now.
Do it, Dyer. Do it.
The
There's 2
letters
A's in a
don't have to
row.
touch each other. And remember to press submit when you're done. You're almost out of time.
Good job, Howitzer.
Ooh, let's see what you did there. This is going to hurt me.
What the hell,
more than it
Dyer?
hurts you.
Dyer disappear.
I'm here.
Oh, did you not?
I
hit
just realized
submit?
there was a word on there. Beta.
Let's try another one.
Alrighty.
Who did Amal, Alamuddin, and Mary in 2014?
Who?
No idea.
Oh,
I don't know. I saw a recent thing with Will Ferrell.
Sorry,
His
no.
hair is very
I
white.
feel like Prince Harry needs to be like rescued.
Okay.
I feel bad for him.
This.
Oh, ah, well.
Let's
Prepare for your
racist.
punishment. Look at all that cash, y'all. It's like Warren Buffett's sock drawer up in here. Here's how this is going to work. If no one takes the money, no one dies. But if you do take the money, I'll kill everyone who didn't.
Wow.
There's one catch. If you all take the money, then you all die. But hey, don't worry. Just talk it out with your friends and trust them. I'm sure it'll all work out. Let's see where the chips and heads fall. This is my favorite way for this game to
Wow,
end,
guys.
with everybody dying.
Damn.
Oh look, only one player left. Perfect. Glad to see you've made it here alive.
Howie
But
is
can you
celebrating the
escape
mass
with your
death.
body? I'm going to give
Good
you
luck,
a
Catman.
category.
We're coming for you.
Hercules' labors.
I
The
actually
money answer
am
that
not going to wish you
fits,
luck
then
and wish you
press
that you
submit.
you die and we steal your body.
Let's see the right answer.
That's because I'm honest.
You move forward one space for every correct answer. You're getting real close to the exit. Oh, did I mention that all the other ghosts get
Yep.
to play?
Howie,
If a ghost
Howie
catches
says
up to you,
swiggity
then they will
swooty,
steal your body.
Catman.
Then they can escape
I don't know what
and
that
win the
means.
game. Here's everyone's next
I'm
question.
concerned.
And ghosts get a third choice to help them catch up to you.
Yikes.
Yeah, I have no idea on this one.
What about WAP?
Decisions.
God. I'm trying to forget the existence of that song, thank you very much.
Can't. So you forever.
Here's another
I don't know
one.
that song.
Good. Keep it that way.
Gods.
Yes, Catman. It is for you. It is running time.
I get it. You did well. Can you stay out of the shadows? Founding UN members.
Not so sure of this one.
Oh shit.
Which ones were or which
Time
ones
is
should
almost
have?
up.
Founding UN members? The ones that founded?
Good. I got it right.
You got a ghost breathing down
Where did
your
they find
neck.
it?
Spooky! Hanna-Barbera cartoon characters.
What?
Anytime today, kiddo.
I'm confident on one of them, not switching. Ah, dang it. Oh well.
Could have been like Cal Arts cartoons, or just be like all of them.
Yoga poses.
Wow.
The hatchet. Boy, hatchet.
Decisions.
Oh. Whoop.
Corpus is laying down. Your best.
Characters in Star Wars: A New Hope.
Which one was that?
Episode 4.
Time is almost up.
Technically.
Wow, I'm impressed.
What?
Boba Fett was introduced in Empire Strikes Back.
Depends on what scene you're watching. I guess technically the original. Yeah.
Anytime today, kiddo.
Oh, whoop. Oh well.
Was Catman
Oh,
gonna win
looks
this?
like
So
Catman gets it.
Wow,
Wow.
Catman.
Eternal suffering awaits.
How do we let that happen?
I don't know.
Simpsons characters voiced by Hank.
Normally you're good at chasing cats, Dar. Very distracting for you.
Time is almost up.
Ah, whoop.
Whoa!
Hurry up.
None?
Original Mighty Morphin Power Ranger.
The Beige Ranger.
Wasn't there a beige one? He was beige in color.
You're beige.
Yep. Good job,
That is
Catman.
offensive, Dyer.
That just reminds me of
It's,
one of
it's
Dean's
my truth.
movies.
Alright, fucks. My truth.
It's racist.
It reminds me of the Lego Ninjago movie for some reason.
Good job, Catman. I don't know how you did it, but I think there was collusion. Oh, look at this! I found another box of votes. I won. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think that Catman stole that body
All right,
and is illegitimate.
Dyer. I got sent in the military. Get him.
All right.
What?
I got sent in the military to dethrone him. So that's you. Go get him.
Alright. Yes, well, I will do that. Now that I've got the joke, I will do it.
Perfect. Followed an unlawful order from an unlawful order giver.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, yes.
But, in your delusion, you have power over the military.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, Catman is laughing about how he flat missed one right at the end.
Yeah, I know.
And
I thought.
so did everyone else, so nobody could capitalize on it.
Yes, we were too far back.
We all suck, apparently.
Funny thing is, if I'd flipped my guesses, I actually would have won it.
Isn't true about all of us, though.
Yeah.
My wife
Yeah,
loves
true.
Power Ranger knowledge.
It wasn't
Oh god, she is obsessed with the guy that was the gold/green ninja. She's like, he's the only one that was actually involved in every single Power Range series ever, and blah blah blah.
He's really into it, yeah.
I watched the Time Power Rangers, but that was about it.
I watched the original, and that was it.
I watched until the Green Ninja, and then I was basically okay. We're
I
done.
watched up to the point where the absurd crossover episode where they had like 10 different generations of Power Rangers all in the same episode.
Yeah, there was too much lore to keep up with. Like, it was like way too complicated of a universe.
Apparently, they all existed in the same universe.
Well, yeah, it was like a thing that got like
Timeline.
passed down, but
Yeah, but they were all able to be the same place at the same time.
huh.
apparently. For one episode.
All right.
Though I guess technically, I did follow it till the ooze thing. Even ooze. What? Really, Howie? How would you know that?
Wake up.
Howie says the first Red Ranger did game for it
Welcome
after
to
the
Trivia
show.
Night.
What was his name?
We
watched
the
it.
guy with all the sharp
What was
objects.
his name?
Very smart move.
Link search didn't
I don't know.
happen.
Ask Howie. Apparently, he knows about it and watched it.
There's
Guess I
just
know
so
what I'm
many
doing after
ways
the show.
nature is trying to kill you.
Research.
Isn't it beautiful? A primate called the slow lord.
I gotta fact check that.
From its... Time's running out. And the correct answer is... Who got it right?
Huh. Wow.
The rest of you, let's play a game.
It's gonna be the most weird.
Welcome to the killing floor.
Animals are
We're
weird.
going to play the finger cutting game.
Fuck.
This one's not for the faint of heart or fond of finger.
I wonder how
Just
many
choose
people
one
are
of your
just gonna
fingers to
say
cut
no.
off. My dog could do it, but he doesn't have fingers. All right, let's lose a finger.
This might be a short game.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing
Your
it.
Finger already.
Yep. I don't think any of us are going to cut off a finger.
It's gonna get
Yeah, I'd be the
kicked
only
out of the
one.
game.
No,
Some people just don't listen to instructions.
it's me and you, Dyer.
Because we knew
Yeah,
what the
I had connection issues or something. It's not an excuse.
I guess we gotta get every question right until we
Let's
hit
take a
like
look at
round
the
5.
scoreboard, shall we? Do you like
Yeah,
it?
if you guys don't,
Wow,
it's just
wow,
skip the
wow.
game.
Aced it.
We're counting on you guys.
Here's another one. What's the name of the scary-looking clown who wrestled for the WWF in the 90s?
Direwolf, wasn't it? Wasn't that you?
I have zero flipping idea.
Same here.
I didn't watch wrestling.
He's my favorite character. What are you talking about?
Let's all go to hell
Time's
together.
running out.
Yep.
Kind of what's happening,
said?
Catman.
Yes.
Here's
Let's
one.
Catman. Oh, hey, I got it right.
The rest
Randomly.
of you who are still alive, let's go someplace fun.
I knew it was something stupid too. Well, they all
Go
were
back to the killing floor. Let me ask
Zoink,
you a
zoink.
question. So put a little thought into this. It's important. Who has the coolest looking mustache? Type an answer on your device and press send when you're finished. Now everyone gets to vote. Pick which of these answers you hate the most. Whoever wrote the answer with the most votes dies.
Learned a lot about Dyer today.
Pick the answer that makes you go, waiter, I do not want this. Please take it back. The votes are in.
What do you call when you give Alpha mustache, right?
Oh, you wrote this
I think you're
on
fundamentally
garbage.
misunderstanding what that term means. That's why you have a kid.
Oh wow, I see it's already down
Oh.
to just one player. I should have paced this
now
out
I
better.
get it.
If you can survive the next
That's
two
how funny.
questions, I think the
God
final
damn
round
it.
should finally be ready to go. It's worth the wait. Trust me. Let's try this again. Okay, just to make sure we're all in the same dimension. How do you spell the name of the bear family that appears in dozens of children's books? At least in this dimension.
Oh,
I'm from the
God.
dimension where I'm right.
I almost want to run into my kid's room, fly into my kid's room, pull a
Time's
book
running
out of the
out.
shelf. We have like
Who
70
said
of them.
This one.
Yay, I remembered it right.
Duh.
Let's play a game.
But bear. Damn it, I should know this.
Uh-oh, this is a mess. There's blood all over this art, and it was really expensive. The blood, I mean. Memorize the pattern of blood.
So Dyer, there's this there's like an adjacent YouTube community to the Flat Earthers, and it's the Mandela Effect
Okay, you've
people.
had long enough.
And there's this one guy,
Reproduce the
all he
pattern
does is
on
just
your
like
device
look
by
at maps
tapping
of the
on all the
world, and
spaces
he like
that
will
were
point
red,
out where
then
he
press
thinks it
submit when you're
changed, and he's
done.
like, I know you guys
Here's
can't
that
see
art
it because
again.
like
Let's see
we're
if
in the
you left it
universe where
up.
it's this one now, but like it was definitely like
Oh,
over
great.
here,
You've got
like
a really good
this
memory.
continent was a different
Good for
shape,
you.
or like these islands
Whoopee.
were here, and he just like he'll get like a couple hours out of that like every week.
Oh my god. Really?
All right,
Yeah.
next question. And now on to someone far more nefarious than me. Bill Keane is the creator of which comic strip?
No idea. So I'm gonna guess.
Uh,
Who picked this?
Damn it!
Whoop.
I
Oh,
was
well.
like,
I wanna show
fucking
you
that
something.
one or the.
Let's test your memory. Memorize the pattern.
Memorize the pattern.
Okay, you've had enough time. From left to right, what was the order of the weapons? One
Hammer,
single
3
flaw,
knives, and hammer.
And no more breath, you will draw. Dang, I have a way with it. Here's the pattern again, folks. How
Honestly, that
close
was
did you
the
get?
easiest pattern to remember.
Drat, your brain saved your other organs.
My brain.
Only one of you is still alive. You know what that means.
Yay! I lived,
It
even though I
wasn't
failed
easy
all the
making you
questions.
alive, and it won't be easy to escape with your body.
Well done.
I'm going to give you
Impressive.
a category. Democrats. Have on each answer that fits, then press submit.
Awful. Oh wait.
Let's see the right answers. You move forward
Racist.
one space for every correct answer. You're getting real close to the exit. Oh, did I mention that all the other ghosts get to play too? If a ghost catches up to you, then they will steal your body. Then they can escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a third choice to help them catch up to you.
Narwhals aren't real. They should be.
Oh my god, why did I just leave this?
No fair. Here's another one. Fruit.
What?
The sweet potato is a tuber, not a
The
fruit.
ghosts are getting close now.
But peppers are not.
Beware of the
Why are
darkness.
peppers fruit?
Forced by
Hey,
great
well,
odds.
This neat.
I really have no idea on
Decisions,
this one.
decisions.
Huh.
This was one.
Here comes the next question. Bone Thugs and Harmony members.
What?
No idea. So I'm discussing.
Doggy bone.
Probably
Definitely not Doggy Bone.
He's almost off.
No, Howie, not the mutant, the bug.
Huh?
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler.
Oh.
Uh-oh,
I thought it was like
that
people
ghost
like
is
go
gonna
take
get you.
pictures of crime scenes.
Erectile dysfunction drugs.
Dire. Oh wait. Allegra.
Allegra.
Why isn't it working?
I have to write some harder questions.
Yeah, Aleve is a pain med.
Now you're alive. What a crazy game, am I
You
right?
think waste of the pain of your erectile dysfunction.
Films released in 3D.
Probably all of them.
was lucky! And my body's gone.
So many kills.
Ooh, that was my chance. It's the Dire's body.
Okay, an easy one.
I answered them all right, and I still lose my body. God damn it.
And I think Timber wins.
Novels written by
Well,
women.
Timber's got a good shot anyways.
Human can't
Anytime today, kiddo.
Yay!
What?
I'm like, fuck if I know. Don't read
I
any
knew Uncle Tom Cabin was, and I just guessed randomly as to which one of the other two was.
that one.
I don't know how to
was.
read.
The other two have both. Fuck.
I didn't know women knew how to write.
I don't even.
Do you know that? I just found out, like, a few days ago that they actually are able to vote. Did you know this? When
Yeah.
did this happen?
So
I
They're
don't know, but I heard
100
the
years
left
ago,
tried to
apparently.
cancel her.
They're letting women vote now?
So
Oh my
the left
God.
tried to do
Next.
Sargon, who's from fucking England, did a way better history lesson on Susan B. Anthony than I ever got in school. So the Democrats are trying to be pissed at Trump because Orange Man bad. But, like, they were trying to say, like, he took that away from her by pardoning her because she was proud of that crime. She actually petitioned Congress to have it pardoned, and it never was. So, like, the Democrats they wrote countless op-eds and all this stuff about how Orange Man bad because he took away this thing that she was proud of when he pardoned her. If you guys don't know, Trump pardoned Susan B. Anthony because she illegally voted at one point in time. And she did that as a deliberate effort of trying to get her into the legal system. She wanted to do something that was illegal, as civil disobedience, so that it could run through a court case, and then they could set precedent to allow women to vote. But after that happened, she wanted, well, not after, she never got to see women getting the vote, but after she was arrested, she petitioned Congress to pardon her because she didn't think it was wrong, and if they had pardoned her, it would have set that precedent that she was looking for. And they never pardoned her, but Trump pardoned her. And the Democrats were like, he took that away from her. And I was like, no, because you guys don't know your history. Also, it was the Democrats. I like the Democrats all throughout history, man. All the bad stuff, all the people on the wrong side was the Democrats. The Democrats were on
Still
the
today.
wrong side of history. But it was actually the Republicans that had passed suffrage, and it was the Democrats who had opposed it. And so Sargon made the point, the Democrats are trying to make this like thing like it's one of theirs, like she belongs to them, and like Trump's got his grubby Republican paws all over. And Sargon's like, no, I don't know why the Democrats are involved in this at all. Trump's like looking through history at a Republican activist, and he's doing something that a Republican activist wanted. I don't understand what the Democrats are involved in this at all. Like, they didn't want her to have the vote back then. They wanted her to be prosecuted for this. And 100 years later, they still want her to be prosecuted for this. Like,
She's still a hero on the right because she was anti-abortion as well.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's one of the funny things. I also saw them trying to attack her, saying she was a complete racist and hated all black people.
Like Margaret Sanger.
Yeah.
I was just like, wait, what?
Oh, CNN released this like really great article. I think it was
What?
this morning or yesterday, and it was about like black babies are like 3 times more likely to die if they're handled by like white doctors. And I was like, oh yeah, like that makes sense actually, because
Abortion
a lot of abortion doctors are white supremacists. So that kind of makes sense that a black baby's a lot more likely to die under a white doctor. Although I don't think that those were the stats that CNN was going for. But it would probably actually be a lot worse. Well, no, it would definitely be a lot worse. Because it's not even a joke. I mean, it's serious. Like, a lot of people in abortion are white supremacists because they use abortion to exterminate a certain race. And they are doing their best at keeping that up. That's the Democrat Party for you guys.
Yeah,
Alrighty. one more game, or are we done?
Not a fan of those.
Up to you guys.
I can do it now.
Let's do one then.
All right.
I guess I can do one more.
I was like, me and my wife, we were short on cash during a period of time, and we went to figure out if she was pregnant. But we went to the local, I guess, might as well just say Planned Parenthood. It wasn't called Planned Parenthood though. And like we're in there, we're like, hey, we're just trying to figure out if my wife's pregnant or not. And the first thing they turn around and do and come in is go, yeah, you're pregnant. Would you like an abortion? We're just like, what?
No, we planned to be parents, actually.
It's like, no, we actually wanted to get pregnant. He's like, are you sure? Because you know, you don't really know how to take care of. I'm sitting here just like, are you fucking shitting me right now?
She's trying to convince you to get an abortion.
He's like a used car salesman. He's like upselling you.
She slapped the stomach. I could get you into an abortion today.
I mean, it was just unreal. Like, we're sitting here, we're married. We filled out the marriage part of it, and like they didn't even like register in their head. They're just like, oh, these people want an abortion.
Some people.
Jeez.
Fuck. Alrighty.
Sound?
Yeah.
Whoever's got it. All right, go ahead and go. Oh, Dyer wasn't in. Jesus, Dyer.
Sound go.
I was waiting for the last second.
I just got the sound quiet, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, it's there. It's quiet.
There you go. How's that? Is that what you wanted to hear?
I was just wanted to make sure that it was still there and I wasn't my mic fucking up.
You mean like stuff at the end?
Oh, what did you guys think of the game I sent you as a suggestion?
I saw you sent it. I didn't look at it.
I'm also a terrible person and didn't look at it.
I didn't say that.
Well, what if you looked at the suggestion? You didn't look at the video. I could see where you've read. No.
Just because I clicked on it doesn't mean I read it. Just like sometimes when Dyer calls me, it doesn't mean he wanted to talk to me.
My pocket likes you, okay? It's not my fault.
That's gay.
It's just my pocket's gay then, all right?
Well, it could be worse. You could always get the call that I randomly get sometimes from my friend.
Are you living
him and his wife are in the middle of entertainment.
No.
And it butt dials me.
I very rarely call Fox while I'm having sex. Very rarely. Like once a week, max.
Dyer's very quick, so it's usually over before the ring's done.
Triumvirate just said Dyer keeps his phone in his pocket. His dick gets lonely and it just dials Fox up.
Hell yeah.
I do have a very active dick, you're right.
I did like last night, we were talking, like I just called you, we started talking, and then all of a sudden your wife just starts like shouting in the background, and you're like, what are you doing? And she just like had started a phone call after you had already been phone called, and she was just like very loud about it. I like thought something was going on because it wasn't in English.
she was yelling at her sister, like not angry, like just talking real loud to her. She started a phone call with FaceTime with a speakerphone right next to me.
Yeah, like, but it was after you had started the call.
I know. So like after a few moments, like turned to like, honey, you realize you just started a FaceTime phone call? Well, I was already on a phone call, like 6 inches from me. It's like it like dawned on her, like, oh yeah, you're right. This is totally rude.
I thought you were getting in trouble in like a different language because she was like yelling. I was like, oh no. I was like, what did you do?
I wish you could have seen my expression as I was holding the phone as I was giving her like what the hell are you doing look before I ever said anything. Like she realized.
We were talking and then all of a sudden I hear her like start going off and I was like, I guess I'll be quiet until she's done, and then I realized I wasn't gonna stop. Hit go, whoever's got it.
Alrighty.
shit.
Catman says he likes to think this game takes place in the same universe as Fall Guys.
Fall Guys.
Who remembers that other haunted house show where you had to go through these like crazy, insane things to get money?
I've seen it, I just don't remember what it was called.
Yeah, they had to like climb through electrical wire to whatever to grab cash off of it, and every time they picked off the cash, it electrocuted them.
You can type it in, so there's no maximum size.
And the correct answer is, who got the question right?
Well, it's like of the standard.
I have a surprise for you.
Arc 5 says it's where they all end up.
Welcome to the killing floor. We're going to
No,
play
what was
chalices.
the game he was saying?
I've given
What's
each
Fall
safe
Guys?
player a poison pellet. Pick a chalice to drop your poison in.
Whoa. World's best boss. Dyer's got that on his desk. He bought it for himself.
No one believes it though.
You bought it for yourself.
Okie dokie, it's your turn to
Isn't
play.
Fall Guys like
Pick
the
a chalice
new-
to drink
So
from.
meaningful.
I haven't washed these chalices in a while, so I'm sorry if they taste good to the last drop. If you know what I mean. Now let's see what everyone drank.
But
How's that taste, huh?
Yay!
Like poison. Tastes just
The
like
poison
poison.
touched your supple lips like, I have not finished that stanza yet. Ooh, look! Here's everybody's score. I put a lot of work into the scoreboard. I've got more questions for you. I've noticed that most evil guys in books are doctors. You don't hear too many villains with just a master's degree. What's up with that, writers? What's on the island of Dr.
they
Moreau?
read about what they know.
Howie got Dyer.
Time's running out.
That's what it was called. A state of panic.
And the correct answer is...
Damn it, I knew it was
this. Which leaves only you. Come with me. Welcome back to the killing floor.
Catman forgot to hit an answer, I
I
think.
hope you like feudal
It
exercises.
says shit I clicked. Bull.
Don't get all conscientious
Oh.
objector on me
The
now.
real death is fun.
You're dead.
Spin my lovely.
Not necessarily, I've survived it twice.
Yeah.
That's extremely unlikely.
To
What?
quote the Princess
Oh!
Bride,
Oh!
it's inconceivable.
Yeah.
Another peek at the scores.
Good job, Catman. Congratulations on the luck.
Let's try another
Skin
one.
of your teeth.
Let's mix things up a little bit with a picture question.
You should get your teeth checked there.
Folks go crazy
Your
over
teeth don't have
Snapchat
skin?
filters, so I figured I'd try to get in the market. This is a
I don't
filter
wanna
that I
answer
think
that.
everybody and their mother will be using soon. So if anyone has any
What
connections
have
to
you been
like
eating?
the Kardashians, please hook a captor up. I haven't decided on a name for the filter yet. Maybe creeps?
I don't know what else I
That's
expected.
pretty good. Yeah, I know, this whole thing is so much cooler than a dog filter. Say, what's the result of the tic-tac-toe game in the picture?
What the we live in.
Who said this one? Which
Aha.
leaves only you. I have a surprise for you.
Aw, come on, Lion.
Okay, fine.
Definitely
Do
not
some math.
sight,
Now get off
lion.
my back.
Ah!
Yeesh. Answer as many math questions as you can before time runs out. Everyone else will be playing too.
Oh, yeah.
And if any of them
Yay!
do better than you, I'll have to punish
Sorry.
you. Let's get this math party started. Keep going. I believe in you. All this math fun is about to end. You were the victim of a good old-fashioned math beatdown.
I just wanted to be dire.
Jesus.
Don't get mad at me. They ganged up on you for kind of no reason. They didn't even have to. They're kind of mean, right?
Ooh, Catman lost connection.
Oh, man.
If
Hit
you
the
refresh it,
sometimes it'll
Shout out
read.
to all my
yeah, if
cat
you
people,
refresh and put in the
looking
same
good.
name, it'll usually pick you back up where you left off.
Gotta
Next
re-enter the
question.
code, those.
What part of the
code on
duck is made
screen?
into
It's
foie gras?
EKZU. EKZU.
Tramford says he doesn't think his internet can do the math game. It takes like 2 seconds for each screen to pop up. That sucks. I'm sorry, man.
Time's running out. Who picked this?
Oh, whoop.
Which
got more
means
people over
only
on
you. Let's go someplace
Thank
fun.
Yep, we have Arc5 and Tom Homan. Or however that's
Well,
supposed to
I
be
hope you know how to
pronounced.
spell. Use letters to spell the
Oh,
longest word
five.
you can before time runs out. I got my love for word games from my grandmother. And also my love for murder. Everybody else will be playing along too. And if any of them spell a
Yeah, I'm
longer
probably
word
gonna
than
die
you,
with this one.
you will be punished.
Oh well.
Begin.
Oh, longest word.
By the way, the letters don't have to be touching. And don't forget to press submit when you're done.
Ooh, wait. Oh, it's not there. No! A little bit of fun.
Yeah. I'm not gonna win, but at least I have a word
You're
in.
almost out of time.
I have the best word.
Let's see what you came up with.
So I kept hitting
Let's see
dead
if anyone
ends when I
beat
was trying to
you.
get stuff. He'd build other words.
It only takes one person to ruin your day.
Oh well.
I had cat. I thought it was
You
gonna win.
think you know who your friends are,
I-
and then they
I almost
viciously
had
attack you in a
jailbait, but I
trivia
just need
game.
one more
Same old story.
Well, there's a couple I was looking at, but they weren't there. So,
How about this? Let's mix things up a little bit with the picture question. Oh god, I need a haircut. But unfortunately my regular barber is no longer with us. He moved to Tacoma. Ah, crap. Now you know that we're not in Tacoma. Anyway, while you look at this photo, I'm gonna cut my own hair as punishment. Okay, this isn't half bad. I was going for a Crispin Glover, but I think I gave myself a Hayden Panettiere. Okay, you saw the photo of the two men, but tell me this. How many cut-off heads were actually in the photo?
Now you're making me think different.
And the correct answer is this one.
Aha.
Too
It
easy.
was like now he's making me think there was
All
another
right,
one hidden in the
next
background
question.
somewhere.
I know, right?
Who was not on the 92 NBA Dream Team?
Dyer's like, wait, did you mean in the picture? Oh, fuck.
Howie had anal.
Good job,
He wanted
Howard,
it
sir.
shown.
Time's running
That's
out.
great, Howitzer, but what word did you have?
Who said this?
Oh, wow.
Everyone is wrong. Let's go someplace fun.
Whoops. Ah, well.
Good news. It's fighting time. You can attack someone else. You can defend yourself. Or you can grab some money.
Boner.
And if no one gets hurt,
Oh,
I
no.
will still punish someone. Time to battle for my amusing. So, you know, try to do something amusing.
I don't know.
The rule of thumb is always kill
Real
folks.
paranoid move to defend yourself even though no one attacked you. Your cowardice must be punished.
Yeah, Dyer,
But
you're
if
talking about having
lose-
fun games for morale. I think putting a
Why not
bunch of
take a moment to
cash
check out
in
my
the middle of
full
base
explanation of the
and making your
tiebreaker
team
rules
fight over it.
on my
I
website.
think that boosts morale
Yeah.
and hone fighting skills.
Oh, good.
Yes.
We're just down to one. Well, look who's still alive. Now you just have to escape with your body. I'm going to give you a category. Call of Duty titles. Tap on each answer that fits, then press submit. Let's see the right answers. You move forward
What
one
were
space
those
for every correct
names?
answer.
What?
No damn
It's getting
clue.
real close to the
Blind
exit.
kill.
Oh, did I mention that all the other ghosts get to play too? If a ghost catches up to you, then they will steal your body. Then they can escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a third choice to help them catch up to you.
I'm absolutely certain on
Decisions,
2 of my
decisions.
3 options. I'm not certain on the third one.
I don't even
Okay.
know what
Well, corn
These
is a
should be
berry
on the
and
paleo
oatmeal is a
diet.
grain. I wasn't sure on the sesame
Technically,
seed.
corn's a grain, I thought.
Oh, I thought it was a berry. Yeah.
Time is almost up. Kill your friend and come back to life. It's the only
I
way.
didn't take my answer.
Are you afraid of the dark?
Did you hit
should
submit?
be.
I did.
Countries
Huh.
and capitals that start with B.
Germany shouldn't be allowed to have a capital.
Decisions,
What were we
decisions.
thinking? Like letting Germany just not be a vassal state? I don't understand.
Because we were trying to be the good guys?
We tried that in the first war.
The shadows are coming.
First
Wow.
time, shame on me. Second
Professional
time,
sports
shame
teams
on
from New
you.
York State.
You get 2 strikes in the
Anytime
nuke.
today, kiddo.
They've contributed nothing of
I
value to
don't
history
like that at all.
and only have killed millions of people.
Yeah, I mean, like all the worst ideologies came out of
And German
Germany. Like
flavors.
Marxism came out of Germany too. All the like worst economic ideas came out of there. I think their cars are overrated.
Weren't they the first ones, though, to respond to
Decisions,
the
decisions.
Islamic Crusades?
When was that?
Way.
Do you mean the Germanic
How
tribes?
successful- How successful were those crusades?
Are you talking about the
Not
Germanic
Germanics.
tribes like before Germany was a country?
Yes.
Why would you think that would count?
Germanic?
Time is almost up.
I just.
Oh.
You're stretching
Oh,
a
well.
little farther, buddy.
You killed your friend. Better get away fast. Flightless birds. Decisions, decisions.
Also, we should.
Oh. Whoops.
Puppets can fly.
So much
Yes.
blood.
Damn.
Why? They live on cliffs.
Letters in the
Oh.
Greek alphabet.
How do they get up there? Climb?
Didn't Disney put them up there? And then pushed them all off?
Yeah. Then Chewie,
Time today.
Oh.
So many kills.
Oh!
Yay! I might get it again.
Sherlock Holmes stories.
Oh god. Definitely Adventure the Missing Pants. That's dire every day. Plot twist, he lost him on purpose.
Decisions, decisions.
Or they were hidden.
I mean, just wearing pants is one more step between my wife getting a mom.
Wow, really? Damn.
That would definitely be like a
well.
like a Sherlock Holmes story. Is like Dyer's like missing pants, and they hire Sherlock Holmes to find them. But like at the end of the story, is like Dyer purposefully lost his pants.
Congrats,
Easy access.
Yep. Congrats, Lion.
Alrighty, guys. That was fun.
It's been fun. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you guys. Well, Fox will see you tomorrow.
Yes, I will. Likely
As
do a
always,
stream tomorrow.
thanks for having me on.
No problem.
No problem. Like having you. Same
Hey,
with you, Timber.
you haven't updated my avatar yet.
I know. It's been a lot.
We've been over it. We're terrible people.
Well, I would do it faster if you had a clipped version of it that had the background masked out.
Just
Because I have to go and mask
I'll
out the
work on that
background
for ya.
myself now.
sit. Yeah. You
It's not exactly drag and drop. There's like a process to it, which is why I haven't done it yet.
Sorry.
if you send me it, I can cut it for them.
Alrighty, I'll do that.
Whoever your artist is, I mean, it's probably like the raw file, the SVG file. Probably she can probably separate it out, or whoever did it. But yeah, well, I don't know what we'll talk about tomorrow. Probably the convention, just because it's like such a shit show.
Train wreck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
We'll see. We'll see what I feel like.
You think the RNC is going to be any better, being it's going to be a same
I
visual
don't
format?
see
I think it
how
will
it
be,
could
but
be worse.
it's not a low bar.
I don't see how it could be worse. Trump's got some like young hip people with him. Like I'm looking at like the choice for like Kayleigh McEnany or whatever her name is for like the press secretary. Like she's so like young and hip and like with it. Like I imagine that the rest of the campaigns with it, they're always really, really on point with those response videos. Like when they know the Democrats are like about to do something. They've got real smart like advertising and stuff like that. I think they'll do fine.
So some people have been saying that because there is some real limitations to doing a digital convention. They think that it's going to be pretty lackluster on the RNC side as well. But I don't really think so, because I think Trump is a showman, and he has a bunch of people who will work with him that are meme smiths and are also entertainers and are also brilliant.
Trump is a showman. That is true. And
so I think he knows how to put on a show. And yeah, he does TV a lot.
yeah, I think
he's entertaining.
Yeah, he definitely would know somebody. Like, I mean, obviously he's not producing his own stuff, but like he certainly can find the right people to produce a good show. And then I think the Republican message is a little more unified than the Democrat message, where the Democrats are like trying to pander to like the equivalent of Islamic extremists and like also getting the suburbs, and like those are just not compatible messages, and they just have to lie about everything, whereas Trump has a message that's reasonably compatible with most of his target demographics. And so it should at minute, like one of the reasons why the DNC is so cringy is because the pandering is so overt, whereas the Republicans like don't have to pander to these like very fringe groups quite as hard. So I think just that on its own would reduce the cringiness.
I think so.
But I guess we'll talk about that tomorrow. Alrighty, we'll see you guys later. Good
Y'all
night.
have a good
Adios.
night.
Dire Wolf out.